Hello YouTubers, beer geeks, and beer hounds alike. Bill here, and we're going to do a beer review today. This one is by Pizza Port Brewing Company. And they're from Carlsbad, California. And this is their Campgrounds India Pale Ale. And it comes in at 7.2% alcohol by volume. This is what the can looks like. Okay. Canned on 3/23/20. So this puppy's about 3 weeks old. I've never seen this beer, never heard of it, nothing. First time. Hop Strat Cashmere Raku. Hops are Strata, Cashmere, and Raku. No other literature on here. So it's 3 weeks old, and never had this before, never seen it. So just get her done. I got this in a 6-pack of 6 pints for like 16.5 bucks out the door. Not too bad of a deal. That all depends on how good it tastes actually though, right? So let's see what we got here. Some of you may notice I do usually have a frosted glass. That's how I prefer it. Some people don't prefer it that way. I've had a couple of comments, people screaming at me about the frosted glass, but you know, it's preference. Everybody has their preference. I prefer a frosted glass. I think it makes the beer taste more to my preference. Other people might disagree, but each to his own, right? I paid for the beer, I'll drink it the way I like it. If you don't like a frosted glass, don't use a frosted glass. That's your choice, right? You don't have to yell at people about it. Well, I do like Pizza Port beers. Every one of them I've had so far has been very tasty. Last train home. So they're always coming out with new ones, it seems like, which is pretty cool because, you know, you gotta keep up with the Joneses. You know, that's the whole thing about craft beer, is you get a lot of selections, a lot of new beers, and it's like it's kind of like you know, variety is the spice of life, kind of like that, you know, which I'm a firm believer of. Variety is the spice of life. There you go. We'll see if this is going to be a little spice in my life. Alright. So, we have a beautiful, big, frothy, creamy, silky, kind of bouncy head there. And some bubbles. It's turning rocky pretty nicely. We have a crystal clear, slightly light amber color. There's some bubbles streaming up from the bottom. But it is only a 7.2%er, which is right in the range I like them. I like them anywhere from like 7 to 12%, right in that range. That's where I prefer them. Anything lighter than 7, they usually lack some kind of like body or maltiness that I usually would like to have in my IPAs or most beers. You can see the bubbles streaming up. There we go. Beautiful beer. It looks very good in the glass. Looks very good in my frosted glass. I understand the whole don't frost your glass thing. I know that it would bring out a lot of different things that you might not pick up at first in a frosted glass, but by the time I get halfway done with my beer, most of the notes that you'd pick up in a non-frosted glass are going to be there, but you're going to end up with like kind of a warm IPA, which tends to get a little bit too much sometimes, if you know what I mean. So it's my preference. I'm not bagging on it. Now, they should bag on me about having a frosted glass, but it's just preference, okay? I'm very experienced in beer, so you really don't have to tell me. I am the beer hound after all. It's a beautiful beer. It looks very good. It looks very, very good. So let's get an aroma on this puppy. Okay, right up front I'm getting like a malty sweetness, kind of like a sweet bready kind of note. The hops are kind of citrusy and a little bit piney. It's pretty faint though, actually. Let's get a hit. Cheers. It's very tasty. The taste is definitely a lot more pungent than the aroma was. The taste follows the aroma except times 3. Oh yeah, it's got a nice bready, kind of a slight caramel malt note to it. I'm happy because a lot of beers I've noticed lately have been kind of getting this kind of like generic kind of tobacco note in the beer, which has kind of turned me off on some beers. I won't mention which ones, but I've noticed it lately. A lot of the IPAs that I've tried, some of them have this like kind of generic-y kind of tobacco kind of note, which they all kind of have that same taste, and I don't like it that much, but this one doesn't seem to have it, so I'm very happy about that. Or some beers might have that kind of generic chalkiness, kind of like that too. The head is a little fluffy. It's not as dense as some IPAs. The head is a little fluffy, a little loose, but that's okay. It's only 7.2. It's not a super dank IPA. It's a very well balanced IPA, and the hops are nothing particular standing out, but they are a very good taste and hop combination. I'd say it's a very, very well balanced beer. The malt that they're using has a nice flavor, bready, kind of a sweet bready that's kind of standing out a little bit over the hops at first, and then the hops kind of come in on the back end. It's good. There's kind of a touch of an earthy kind of spice in there, and some citrusiness, and some general hop bitterness. A little bit of pininess. See if we can pick up anything else here. It's just got that sweet kind of bready malt note that's just right up front. Great. Yeah, it's not super dank. The hops are there, but it's so well balanced, it's just really hard to pinpoint what I'm tasting. So I'm just going to call it a general citrusy hoppiness and some pininess and a touch of some earthy type spice hops. Oh, okay, I just picked up a note, a red licorice note. Yeah, I'm getting red licorice now. See, like I said, the beer gets down a little lower. Some of the other notes start coming down. That's why I usually will drink almost a whole beer here doing a review. Now I'm getting bubblegum, red licorice. That red licorice just popped. So did the bubblegum, like the bazooka bubblegum. It just popped. Yeah, it's getting more complex here as I go. But see, now I'm left with a nice perfect temperature IPA now. It's not getting warm and getting nasty like some they do if you don't have a cold glass, in my opinion. This is a very, very tasty beer. The aroma's starting to come out really nicely. Yeah, so I'm getting like sweet bread, red licorice, little bazooka bubblegum, some pininess, citrusiness, little earthy spices. Let's see if I can pick up anything else here. Cheers. What an excellent balanced beer. Campground IPA. I would pick this up again. These are pint cans, so you're getting 6 pints for $16.50 out the door, which is not a bad deal for such a great tasting balanced IPA. It's leaving some good lacing on the glass there, nice head retention. This is a high quality beer, that's for sure. I like the fact that it doesn't have that tobacco or like chalky kind of taste like some beers are having these days. That's very good. Interesting hop combination, that's for sure. It's been a long time since I've had a IPA that's had like a red licorice note like this one does. They're using some different hops that are pretty not common. Strata. Oh, my eyes are so bad. Raku. Cashmere. Yeah, those are not very commonly used as far as I know. So it's pretty cool. It does change it up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and finish it here with you. It's an excellent beer. I'm enjoying it. It's a nice quality. It doesn't have the cheap out kind of notes I pick up on some beers lately. Yeah, it's kind of got like a herbal kind of note, earthy spice, herbal kind of gig. That is good. Very good. Yeah. It's got a medium mouthfeel. Damn, that was cool. That was really good, different. Definitely a West Coast style. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm going to give this puppy a 4.2. It's very good. I would definitely buy this if you see it. Make sure you get it fresh. This is 3 weeks old, so it's super fresh and super good. 4.3 it is. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I'll have a description of this beer at the bottom of the video, the description section. Please like and subscribe. I'd much appreciate that. Double horns up on this puppy. Right, y'all have a good day, and we'll catch you later. See ya.